are to be here. You wonder about the truth and honesty of that speaker. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's 95 degrees and 95% humidity. Dante from Houston, who covers New Orleans, can tell you, if you have a chance to go to the north and be in 70-degree weather, you are indeed delighted to be here. I give about 8 to 10 talks like this a year. And the highest reward that you can give to a speaker is a standing ovation. I don't deserve it yet. But there is someone here, 2 people here, that do deserve a standing ovation before we start, and that is Krista and Liz. Please, everybody, stand up and help me. That is a well-deserved round of applause. I know what it takes to put on a program like this, and Krista has taken me, a urologist, from ground zero on enteral feeding devices that I am now a veritable expert. I could sell this product. This product or products are outstanding. You're in a world class of your own. You have literally the world's greatest feeding device. That makes it not like selling ice boxes to the Eskimos or sandboxes to the people in Saudi Arabia. This is selling a product that stands light years ahead of your competitor. It is a product that should be used by every pediatric surgeon and pediatric gastroenterologist in the world. Now, I had a chance to meet many of you and had a chance to chat with you before we started. And I can tell you, I feel the excitement and the enthusiasm that all of you have. And so as a result of that, I'm here to put a little fire in your belly. Now, how can I do that? Angelo said to me, well, what are you trying to do today? What are you trying to accomplish? I'm trying to accomplish helping each and every one of you in the next 65 to 70 minutes to hit that target, to get in front of every pediatric surgeon, pediatric gastroenterologist, every hospital, and get them to use your products. If I could do that, Angelo, would that be a good job?
Be a great job.
Not only be a good job, but it would be magical. Absolutely magical. So what do I want to accomplish in the next few minutes? I'm going to discuss with you the needs and the wants of every physician. I'm going to provide you with a physician's perception of AMT's enteral feeding device. I'm going to show you how to hit the doctor's hot buttons. I am a physician. I know what the needs and wants are. I can tell you how to get there. And then I want to talk with you a little bit about the no-see physician. I want to show you that there really is no obstacle that you can't overcome, including those that say, I don't see detail people, I don't see vendors. I'd like to begin my story, my presentation with a story that happened to me not too long ago. I arrived at a hotel in Dallas, Texas. I arrived up into the room. The young bellman, 18 to 20 years of age, puts my bag at the end of the bed. And I reached into my pocket and I found out that I only had 32 cents in change. So I said, wait a minute, let me unzip my bags. I happen to have a copy of my new book, Impotence, It's Reversible. Now, you did not need to be a urologist. You didn't have to draw a testosterone level to know that this 18 to 20-year-old man hardly needed the services of my book. So he looks at the book. He sees who the author is. He says, "Are you Dr. Baum?" I says, "Why, yes, I am." He says, "Well, if it's okay with you," he says, "I'll just take the 32 cents. Why do I tell you the story? I tell you the story because in the next hour, I hope to give you a little more than 32 cents worth of useful, valuable, easy to implement suggestions on how to hit the target. I have picked as the theme this morning, based on the initials of your company, Allied Medical Technology, always moving towards the target. I want to show you how each and every day you can make an effort to get to your target, that you can move towards that target at all times and find ways to energize your communications with your customers, that is, your physicians. I believe in the Baum's Rule of 72. The Baum's Rule of 72 is that if you have an idea or a plan and don't take action on it within 3 days or 72 hours, chances are you never will. At the end of this program, I'm going to ask you, how many of you found 2, maybe 3 ideas that you can use to implement into your professional relationships and your selling relationships with your customers? I will ask you that. And that is my goal today, to get each of you to have just a few ideas that makes this 1 hour that I spend with you valuable. And so we'll start, and then I'll ask you at the end, did I meet my own personal goal of giving you several ideas? And I'm not going to count Saturday and Sunday because I want you to start on Monday, and hopefully by next Wednesday, all of you will have started to implement a few of these ideas. AMT has a glorious history. About 2 decades ago, we started with one single device and then have moved up into 2015 with a device that is the world's best. I feel it when I drove down Catherine Boulevard and approached this building and saw, my goodness, this little tiny button is created in this big, beautiful facility. You have really come a long way. Dr. Pica, is he here? Is he here? Dr. Pica, good morning. I didn't have a chance to meet you. You have done a wonderful job going from ground zero to where you are today as having absolutely the best device in the world. I've only learned about your device 2 months ago, and I believe it. And I'm a practicing urologist that wouldn't be using the device. But what I saw in your material and in your device, that you really have the best device in the world, and you can always be moving toward your target. So what are the strengths of your product? The Mini 1 and the GJ have unique features and benefits that make them the best device in the world. And let me go through a few of those. I know I don't have to, I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'm telling you what resonates with me as a physician, as if I were one of your customers or clients. You've got a device that covers more surface in the stomach. As a result, it results in less leakage. Ask any parent, ask any patient, ask any physician what is important to them. Is a low-profile button that doesn't have any leakage and less skin breakdown. I saw some of your problems over there that you're working on, and the one issue that is high on your list is skin breakdown. Your apple-shaped balloon solves that problem with less skin breakdown. That is of significant importance to every single patient and parent. Bottom line, an AMT apple keeps the skin irritation away. You have plenty of apples out there to keep the doctors away, and now you've got a device that keeps the skin irritation away. High on the list of priorities for your customers. So you have reduced skin irritation. Nothing is more devastating probably to a parent and to a child to see the child crying and complaining of pain and discomfort, and it only compounds the problem that they have. My heart is out to these patients. You are changing lives. If you can prevent that skin breakdown because you have a better device, a better balloon, a better shape, you are changing lives. It is so, you probably know some of these patients. You know how it pulls at your heartstrings for these parents, these children, and it affects these doctors as well. You are changing lives by preventing one of the major problems that they all have. I found this slide very, very interesting. And I think this has selling potential. Let me show you why. This shows you the longevity of your device compared to the KC competitor. Let's suppose for 1 second that you went to a patient, to a parent of a patient, and said, we could put in one of these devices that'll last, is this 250 hours? What's 250?
Yeah.
200. We could put on one of these devices that'll last 250 hours, or we could put in one that will last 10 times as long. Which one would you rather have? You don't need to be a master salesman to be able to know that every child, every patient, and hopefully every doctor would resonate with this particular graph and slide, and the fact that lies behind it is that your device, because of the decrease in clogging and longevity of the balloon, lasts 10 times as long as your competitor. That's huge. And no parent is going to say, nah, I'd like one of these, unless they have stock in Kimberly-Clark. That is the only reason that they could conceivably change. And I'll bet even if they had stock in Kimberly-Clark, they'd say, for my kid, I'd like to have one of these balloons. Okay. I think nothing is probably more difficult for a parent to have to get up. The child needs feeding every so many hours. To get up in the middle of the night and probe around the button to find the opening where the button is. It wakes up the child, but instead is able to find the button easily and the port easily by a glow in the dark feature. This also is huge. It is tough on the parents, it's tough on the child, and now you have a solution. The GJ2 is the smallest one in the world, 14 French. Nobody can compete with that. Therefore, it has a smaller profile on the abdomen. These children want to be normal. The parents want them to be normal. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a device with